Tick, tick. We got 2 stragglers. Other jobs on the Smallholding this month. On our second field, we're having quite a lot of the brambles cut out of the overgrown hedgerow in preparation for putting up some stock fencing. This second field here is where we cut some hay last year, or where we had a farmer come and cut some hay. There's a little bit of work to be done on it because, as I said, there's quite a lot of brambles and things encroaching onto the field. So we've had quite a few cleared out by a local farmer, which has left us quite a lot of firewood to gather and branches to either be hugel cultured or chipped, because we've got a wood chipper. So lots to do and lots of potential. The land is quite wet here. There are some drainage ditches that have been dug, but I think they need clearing. I'll show you the very wet bit here. Just keeping an eye on Stella. Where has she gone? There she is. Okay. Walking along. Very, very wet. Definitely welly weather. Oh, we've had quite a lot of rain as well, but here's where it's all accumulating. Very soggy. But it is beginning to drain down, fortunately. And some more future firewood here. We're also gleaning some of the branches to use as bean canes next spring and summer. It's a lot of work. We've got to trim off some of the branches, but they're too good just to use as kindling. Bob's just trimming off some of the rougher edges. Doesn't matter that they're not perfectly straight. I kind of like the rustic look. But here's a little pile we've been gathering. Okay, so the weather's a lot milder today and the wind has really dropped. And currently it's not raining. So what I'm going to do is carry on planting some of the field beans, which I understand are edible and produce some delicious seeds like broad beans. And then I'm going to plant the actual broad beans as well. But here's where I've made a start. I've added a couple of buckets of black compost to the surface of this raised bed. This one had brassicas in it. It's now empty, so in go the field beans. I'm spacing them out about 12 inches or 30 centimetres. They're about 30 centimetres or a foot apart. They are wizard field beans, which are just as good to eat as fava or broad beans. Now, generally we can do this here in the maritime and temperate climate of Wales because we don't get a lot of frost that freezes the ground for very long. So these will winter over and we'll get an earlier crop in sort of May or June. But if you live in the cold parts of the USA or in Canada and your ground freezes solid, you might want to wait till spring before you plant these. Nonetheless, they're delicious when they do grow, whether you grow them in the spring or whether you overwinter them like I have. Bella, shush.